Okay, so let's have a quick look at the Bitcoins since I decided to have that in my short list. So we see in my view we are inside a big ABC on the upside. Of course, this is the big monthly ABC, and inside that red ABC we have another one that you can see here, the blue one, which is a shorter term ABC that we have inside, which is that one ABC. Okay, so it's better like this. Sorry, this is with the Heikinaichi candle and it's much cleaner, as you can see. ABC monthly, and then we have this inside weekly ABC, which is suggesting um, we should look perhaps a little bit higher, but we will need something to get built. The reason is simple. On this one, on the big one, the ABC there, we have, sorry, let me take off this thing here. Okay. On the first ABC on the upside, you see we tag the 61.8 extension, which is generally the end of, which is the first target of an ABC. The second one is the one-to-one extension at 89,800, like about 90,000. So that would be the next target of that huge ABC up. So inside that one, we are now with this inside ABC, this weekly ABC, that's the weekly time frame we are looking at. And if we look at this one, we see that we already tag the 1 to 72 extension mostly. We nearly tag it. So we did fill completely, we did use completely that ABC on the upside. When I look at the volume analysis, the volume indicators I'm looking at, we are low on the BTC, so we will see either another leg up or at least a correction, and I will post another video about this. So for now, let's go back inside shorter term time frame. So the big blue are the weekly ABC, the red one is the multi-month ABC that we saw. We are now under the 236 fib of that ABC, and we have the one-to-one at the lows here at 28,800, something like this. So I had posted that chart I think yesterday or the day before, I don't remember well. I posted this chart when we were here calling for a potential for potentially 4 different levels where we could see a bounce, and we saw we get this spike down up to the third level, the number 3 you have here, which was 39,815. We stopped nearly to the pip on that one, and then we spiked up. So what I like here is we have a consolidation that lasts since January, the 7th of January, and you have this big consolidation that was bottoming on this volume block here. We have a volume block there, short-term volume block, and more or less the top was on this long-term volume block. So we have been struggling in that area together with here we have the 24 hours email. So that's where I've been consolidating, accumulating some money, and then we spike down. So usually that's a typical price action of something that happens before a move. I mean, we had some accumulation of money, we flush the stops of the weak position here. The people that had a 10 pip stop or a few percent stop have been completely taken out of this trade, and then we go on the direction we wanted to go, which is in this case on the upside, of course, after the correction we have had on the BTC. So that's where we are now. And if you look just what happened, I had it some just here when we arrived on the 41 571 level here. and I am long. So from this bottom, and I just added a very small one here with a tight stop in case we would go back to this area, which would be possible. It can be very possible that even after flushing the stop, we come back here, but I don't think they will come back to the bottom. That would be a gift, and they usually, market makers doesn't like to make gift. So perhaps a little bit of move lower, flushing the last week long or the late longs, I would say, and then we would break. So what is important here is we want to break above that 236 fib. It's very important because then we could dream about a follow through. And if we get this follow through, then we go to the 38.2, blah, 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 and so on. We break the 61.8, that was the area of the top. And then if we would break above that one, come back here to get some momentum, we would speed up and get to the 90,000 area. So that would be ideally what we would like to see. We see how the 32, for example, here has been reacting very, very nicely. We broke through it, we spiked down, we came back, get some momentum here, and then we spike down to where we are now. So if we would like to have a little bit of additional, let's say, additional view inside the view, could look at some smaller weekly, not weekly, probably daily. We have something that looks like a daily, but I don't like that one. Look, it's not a clean one. It's not a clean ABC here. We could look at that one, but it's not a clean one, and I don't like when there is such a long wick on a candle because it's not what we like to look at. For now, that's where we are. We are struggling about that long-term volume block, as I said. We want to break through it. When we will break through this long-term volume block, and when we will close back above this 24 hours EMA, then we would look for the daily EMA, which is that one here, and the 236 of the weekly ABC, and then we would break the monthly 236, which would be perfect, and that's what I would love to see. I repeat, this price action with this flush here of the stop is a good signal that we could probably see what we are looking for.